Hello, you're here with Andy Rivas of the band Bad Employees. I wanted to demonstrate the differences between an Elektron Machinedrum User Wave Mark 1 and the Mark 2. I initially bought the Mark 1 about 4 years ago. I immediately fell in love with the way the sequencer worked, the sounds, and also being able to load in my own samples was a big plus. One thing that I never really knew if it was for sure how it was supposed to work, or just kind of took it for granted, was how the banks page worked. I assumed that's how it was, but at the time I never really upgraded the operating system because I was afraid of losing this feature. So my original User Wave Mark II is on the bottom here, or the Mark 1 is on the bottom, the Mark II is on top. A feature that isn't included, or the feature that's considered a bug in the Mark 1 model, is something that I now call sticky mode or stuck mode. In the manuals it's called sticky mode, as in the Octatrack it's called sticky mode for when selecting your pattern. In this mode, when you press the bank, your keys light up, your trigs light up, and then after a few seconds, a couple seconds, they disappear. This is the same for the Mark 1, but apparently there was a bug in the Mark 1 that was discovered accidentally, and I don't really know how many people really knew about this. I feel like I read about it on the user forums at one point in time, a while back. And basically, if you press the bank button with the function button very quickly, it'll hold those available patterns in that bank up. So now all of my drum beats, my patterns available in bank A, are able to be seen. So if I want to quickly switch between drum patterns, I can switch out of it or switch to another group. This feature is not available in the Mark II model. When performing live, this is pretty much a pain in the ass. I perform live with the Machinedrum and the Octatrack. It's much easier to have my drum beats for a particular song loaded up and ready to see when I have other instruments that I need to be concerned about, mixing, working on video, tweaking sounds. And if I want to look back quickly and change the drum beat on the fly, I can. Also, if my hands, since I only have two, are occupied, I have to really reach over to get to the pattern, or I can do that. But given that that's not a lot of time, what that does is create more room for error. And error is something you don't want whenever you're performing live. My proposal to Elektron is an easy one that I think can be updated in the operating system. The idea has come from the Octatrack, and it's what's called a double click. The Octatrack, you can double click, let's say, the playback button, and it'll access a different set of features for you. For the machine drum, for the Octatrack, and also for the mono machine, I propose a double click in which for the machine drum you have your bank is already selected. So right now I'm in bank A, B, C, and D. A double click of that would bring up the set of trigs or patterns available in that bank. Double click A, brings it up. Double click again, exit, or exit to exit the stuck mode is what I like to call it now, as you can see on the Mark 1. On the Octatrack, since you already have your bank selected and then you hold down the pattern button to select your pattern, I would propose double clicking the pattern button to hold up the already selected bank. Double click to exit. I'd like to demonstrate the differences if you're in a club performing live and you've got the machine drum, the Octatrack, the mono machine. The difference between sticky mode, as Elektron call it, and what I like to call now stuck mode. Sticky mode in the Mark II model, patterns are gone. Stuck mode in the Mark I model, patterns stay up, and you can see which one you want to go to next. For how I work, this is a much preferred method of performing, since I don't use songs, but instead I have a bunch of different patterns that I like to bounce between.